Welcome to the morning grind. All right, so I thought I would go live because I felt like I needed to speak on this because I feel like it's very important. You know, we are a few days away from the election, and a lot of questions have been, raised, some uncertainty, a lot of different things going into this election. People's questionable character, and I'm not talking about the dude. I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about basically the other person. And I'm gonna prove to you in another video that Kamala's character should be questioned. But then again, maybe it shouldn't. It's just being ignored. But I'm gonna prove to you the double standard. And I heard about, once again, some fake BET summit. Keep in mind, BET is not owned by black people. It has been owned by a black person since 2000. And I'm not going for this foolishness. I think a lot of people are mad going into this election that black men have formed their own mind, and we're not going to be bullied, well, at least most of us, and harassed by black women who have shown nothing but extreme emotion and being unhinged and just being delusional about certain things, and how they have taken this Kamala Harris thing too far. All this for a woman who isn't even black and has been proven not to be black. But we'll talk about that later. But let me get to Megan the liar, or should I say Megan, Megan the whore, or Megan the bitch, because that's pretty much what she is. And a lot of people have ignored this thing. And don't come on here talking about, well, Tory Lanez admitted. Tory Lanez didn't once mention having a gun or pulling the trigger or shooting anybody. So don't come with that bogus, doctored, leaked phone call between him and what's her name, Kelsey? You're gonna do way better than that. That was intentionally leaked. But Megan Thee Stallion admitted that she lied about, having a personal affair, a physical affair with Tory Lanez. She admitted that she did. And she's saying that basically she got railroaded by Gayle King, which she didn't. At the end of the day, I followed that case very closely, for the most part. And everybody knows I covered that case. So now that Megan Thee Stallion admitted that she was messing around with Tory Lanez, her and her friend at the same time, which led to them having a fight the night of when everything happened, her questionable character should be looked upon, because now it's been proven that she doesn't tell the truth. So what else could she be lying about? So for people to say this doesn't have nothing to do with what Tory Lanez was convicted of, this has everything to do with it. It's character. But we all know that Tory Lanez got railroaded. We all know that. Anybody with common sense. See, I don't do political correctness, and I definitely don't do the Captain Sable thing. I don't do the believe all women thing, which, by the way, believe all women is sexist, and it's flat out misandry. Because if a man said believe all men, or I'm telling the truth because I'm a man, he would be ridiculed. It's funny how they took Andrew Tate off of social media, mainstream social media, because they felt that, which, by the way, he didn't really violate anything, because people complained about him saying that he was misogynistic, which he could have sued all these major media platforms, and he would have won in all likelihood. But you got women saying that you should believe somebody because they're a woman because of gender. But then they claim that they want equality. Equality means being treated fairly, not because of who you are, not because of your sexual preference, your gender identification, or your race identification. That's what you call equality. But at the same time, they're saying, oh, because I'm a woman, you should believe that I'm telling the truth. That doesn't make any kind of sense. So I need for somebody to explain. Well, I don't need nobody to explain that to me because it's bullshit. That's all it is. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So for women to sit up here and say that they're not being protected, that's a complete lie. They are being protected, and they're asking to be protected. In most cases, they are being protected. So that doesn't make any sense to say that you should, like, for real, you say you want equality, but then at the same time you want special privileges. That does, for real, you can't have it both ways. But I guess so. I guess so. I guess that's what they're trying to say in hindsight, that they want to be able to have it both ways. Hey, that's why you have so many girl on girl, situations. Maybe that's why that's accepted more than the other situation. But I'm just saying, not that I'm condoning that. I'm just making a point. I'm just making a point. Women get away with far more stuff than a man do. If a man is a school teacher and he got caught messing with a 14-year-old girl and he got her pregnant, they would be saying he should be castrated. But if a woman do it, it's just a basic news story. But you're seeing a lot more women getting caught up in these situations than men. But once again, we can't have real conversation. Megan Thee Stallion improved the people from the Skittles community. So that means she carries a little weight. That means she perjured herself. Because I'm going to try to find her testimony. Because now she admitted that she did have a personal affair with Tory Lanez, a physical affair, when she said she didn't, when she lied to Gail. Now, I want to see if any people I want to see if these feminists or these people that say they about equality gonna pick up this story. They not, because they about pushing feminism. And to me, feminists should be looked upon as a hate group. That's real talk. That's just real talk. So nobody's gonna really talk about this because one, Megan Thee Stallion is under that protection, not the complexion protection, because of the fact that basically a black man got harmed. And we all know when it pertains to everybody, black man is public enemy number one. Everybody has an end for us. And this is why I say, as a whole, when black people are not on code as a group, black men and black women, the black man is public enemy number one. If they can destroy us, it's a job well done. And if they can use our women to destroy us, a job well done. And this is why some people believe the biggest operative, the biggest threat to black men hasn't really been the white man, even though the white man planted the seeds in black women's head. A lot of people believe the biggest ops to black men are black women, unfortunately. A lot of people believe that. But Tory Lanez, who I hope is granted a new trial, which they're looking into it, because I think he should be freed on the technicality, because they didn't allow a lot of testimony. A lot of people believe had the limo driver been allowed to testify, he would have beat the case. First of all, I'm going to say this once again, they have no audio. They have no video. They have no witnesses, except for the driver who said that he saw the other person with a weapon. So that's real talk. Go listen to what was said about Jay-Z, Beyonce, and that rat Desiree Perez by Tory Lanez's father. One thing about me, I call it right down the line. And this is a situation where I'm not playing Captain Saberho. The thing is with Megan Thee Stallion, she backdoored her own friend. Now, should Tory Lanez have been messing with both of them? No. But does that warrant him getting framed and getting lied on? And here's the thing. And shout out to some of the women that have actually been fair and said, I don't believe for 1 second that Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion. So shout out to the women that was truthful and didn't play the battle of the sexes game. I don't play the battle of the sexes game for the most part, unless it's played against me. If a black dude be on some sucker stuff, I'll call him out. If a black woman be on some sucker stuff, I'll call her out. I'll call it right down the middle. Anybody that say I don't do it, you a damn lie. I've been one of the very few people that have called Megan Thee Stallion a liar and challenged her and questioned her character. Nobody care about those crocodile tears. I got a problem with an innocent black man sitting up in jail for a crime that he didn't commit. Once again, how is DNA testing not prevalent to this case? When DNA testing is used for the most part to solve everything from robberies to homicides. So now all of a sudden DNA tests doesn't matter. When they DNA tested Tory Lanez and they couldn't find no trace of DNA on that weapon. But guess whose DNA they did find on that weapon? But they granted her immunity because it was all about putting this on Tory Lanez. See, I'm sharp with mines. That's what this was all about. And not to mention Tory Lanez went against the establishment. And like I said before, I paid close attention to what Tory Lanez's father said. Obviously, he knows something. But you had women that were so caught up in feminism and other BS, they didn't see the clear picture, which was clear as day, that this case was bogus as fuck. Once it was revealed that they couldn't find no DNA on that weapon, that should have been it right then and there. But somehow, some way, they found a way to convict Tory Lanez. So now all of a sudden in his case, DNA testing didn't matter. So you geniuses explain that to me. You feminists explain that to me. You can't. You can't. Because you know this court case was bogus. it was bogus. And the problem is they will try to silence somebody that has common sense pertaining to this case, such as Wah. It's just common sense to see that this case wasn't on the up and up. I'm going to say something, and I'm going to make this very clear. If you are a woman that have an extramarital affair, or a man that has an extramarital affair, I don't think you should be punishable by death. Somebody deleting you. I'm talking about it would have to be extreme circumstances unless you found out they was plotting to delete you for your fortune or something. Then that's a different story. It's a different story. And like I said, Tory Lanez should not be in jail because he was accused womanizer. But the real question at hand, shouldn't Megan Thee Stallion receive just as much of the blame as she basically hooked Tory Lanez up with the person? The person in question, what's her name? Chelsea, or whatever her name is. And then basically she backdoored her own friend. They're not speaking. And then the person in question, I've seen her do quite a few live streams where she almost admitted something. So that's just very suspicious. Like I said before, people don't have common sense. They don't have common sense. They get caught up in emotion. And I'm not caught up in emotion. And like I said, I followed that case. But once again, this is people that, once again, Kamala Harris aligns herself with. Which, like I said, I got more Kamala videos coming up. Because I'm definitely going further question Kamala Harris' credibility. Which proves all the things that people suspect about her should come into question once again. And you have to ask this question. Are you sure you think this woman, not so-called black woman, Indian woman, you think this so-called person of color, even though her birth certificate says she was white, you are sure she should be elected president of the United States? Y'all sure? Y'all sure? Y'all sure? Yeah, Tory was railroaded, brother. But at the end of the day, us men ain't allowed to tell the truth because somehow, some way, this is related to sexism. No, it's just related to the truth. It's not about gender. It's not about race. It's not about none of that stuff. It's about the truth. What BFTB boxer say when he said the bitch died? Nah, the bitch lied. By the way, shout out to him. That was, that was funny. That was funny. That said, that was funny. But yeah, she lied. Megan Thee Stallion is a liar. She's a liar. Her admitting that she lied about having an affair, that should be enough to get Tory Lanez a new court trial. And she can't take it back. She on social media admitting that she lied. And I'm going to say this again. This don't got nothing to do with her being black. This don't got nothing to do with her being a woman. This don't have shit to do with Houston. This don't have nothing to do with that. All this has to do with is the truth. and that an innocent black man is I stand on it. I don't believe for a second. And even when the jury was deliberating, many experts, you talking about lawyers, former judges, all believed that Tory Lanez was going to beat the case. They were shocked. I'm talking about there were some people that was in law. There were lawyers that was damn near willing to put their license to practice law on the line. They were saying, I'm almost 100% sure. They said they were shocked. When you got lawyers, judges saying that they were shocked by the outcome, who know the law, criminal lawyers, most criminal lawyers said that they thought Tory Lanez was going to beat that case. Now, of course, you had TMZ, who over the years, for the most part, have shown to be anti-black men. We know what's up with Harvey. We know what's up with Harvey Levin. They were celebrating. They were damn near ready to have a party. They was damn near ready to have a party. So I followed that trial. You know, I could have went there too. I started to go to Los Angeles to cover that trial, but you know, I just decided not to. I started to take one day off to try to go cover that trial. You had everybody from academics. What's the young lady's name? I cannot remember her name. I cannot remember the lady's name, but she covered the trial. Very beautiful lady. I cannot remember her name. I cannot remember her name. Well, we know what's up with Harvey Levin. We know what's up with him. We know that he literally has a oh boy, we know what's up with that dude. We know what's up with that. Oh, Malago Grams. That's her name. That lady. Beautiful lady. Everybody believed that Tory Lanez was going to beat that case. Everybody. Even if you wasn't a law expert or attorney, when you was hearing that they did a DNA test and they was not able to find no traces of Tory Lanez DNA on that weapon, you was like, okay, well, this is a slam dunk. He gonna beat the case. And I'm gonna say this, and this is just real talk. If that motherfucker Jay-Z had something to do with this, as Tory Lanez's father said, playing a role in him getting railroaded, karma, when I say is go hit Jay-Z so hard, because eventually he gonna get his. If he, in fact, has something to do with this bogus decision. Here we go. So I'm just going back. And then when I just saw this story and I saw how Willie D was covering the story, and you know, Willie D say he know Megan Thee Stallion and he from Houston like Megan Thee Stallion, but I'm gonna be honest with you, hometown's don't got nothing to do with this. Okay, really don't. This is about doing the right thing. All this is about. Like I said, the very fact that Tory Lanez is sitting up in jail over a bogus conviction, over a bogus the court case is bogus. Like I said, I've never seen a court case where they just ignored DNA evidence. Ignored it. Because that's what everybody was talking about. They said, okay, well, we ran DNA tests. We couldn't find no traces of DNA on that weapon. So you was thinking, okay, this is a slam dunk. This is a slam dunk. Tory Lanez is gonna beat the case. He gonna be a free man. And we, like I said, when they announced that he was found guilty, I was like, what the? And I covered that trial. I said myself, it's looking pretty good for Tory Lanez. I just don't see. I was saying to myself, I told y'all, I just don't see how they could find it. And lo and behold, they did. They need to run a full-fledged investigation. And we all know that. We all know the history of LA. You know, we all know the history of LA and their history of corrupt police officers, attorneys, etc., etc. Kind of make you wonder, did somebody interfere and play a role in what happened? You know, I'm not putting nothing out there. But it kind of make you wonder, did somebody make a phone call? But we wouldn't get the truth. And you know who I'm talking about. Did somebody make a phone call? And you know what somebody I'm talking about? No, I'm not putting nothing out there. But I'm just saying, makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. So yeah. That's all I have to say pertaining to that. But anyway, it's your boy Town. Damn, what the hell is they doing?